Ah, no. 5 more minutes, please. Leave me alone. Ah. It's the day of the festival. I hear my alarm clock going off, and while yawning, I stretch my arms out and look at the time. Uh, it's not supposed to be this late, is it? I could have sworn I set my alarm clock correctly. I check my phone to see nearly 50 unread messages and a dozen missed calls, all of them from Natsuki. You overslept. My heart sinks, and realize I'm about to be there an hour later than I was supposed to. I get ready as quickly as I can, and hurry over to the kitchen to grab the cupcakes Natsuki and I baked, hastily stacking 2 trays so I can carry everything. I rush out the door and head towards school, anxious about how this might hurt our club's activity today. You had one job. You had one job, virtual me. I rush into the school and head towards the classroom, making sure not to drop the cupcakes. I walk into the room and see a decent number of people already there for the festival. Seriously? I turn to the side to see Natsuki glaring at me, as nervous as I was. Sorry, my alarm wasn't set correctly. I hadn't planned on being late, honest. I put the cupcake trays on a nearby table, and people start rushing towards it, attacking it like a pack of wild animals. Surely that's not the only reason they'd come, right? Says the guy who sold his soul for a cupcake. Well, while you were struggling to figure out how to use basic technology, people have already started arriving and we didn't have any cupcakes. I mean, do you know how hard it is to get people to stick around for something like this when there's no food? I look at my phone again, remembering how many times she tried messaging me. Yeah, apparently 50 times. Yeah, I can see you were concerned. I'm really sorry. You tried pretty hard to get a hold of me, though. You were really worried about me, huh? Or was she worried about the cupcakes? No, I'm just playing. Oh, okay, no. I was worried about how our club's activity would turn out, dummy. Sure, I was a little worried about you, too, but... Natsuki looks off to the side. Look, it doesn't matter. Hey. I walk over a bit closer to Natsuki. We're here now. People are going to eat some of the best cupcakes on the planet while we're going to be enjoying the festival. I promise it'll be fun. Sound good? Looks like somebody already forgot the promise he made to Sayori. Well, that's okay, I mean, it's not her route. Huh. You better not disappoint me then. Natsuki crosses her arms, just like that. But I could tell she was still excited, or at the very least interested. Thankfully, the poem reading activity wasn't scheduled to happen until later today, so it seems I didn't mess up too badly. So then what are you doing now? I'm confused. The club and I spent a while greeting everyone who came in and telling them about our club, but few of them seemed interested. I noticed a good number of people came in solely for the purpose of taking a cupcake, which I should have expected, I guess. It wasn't the most exciting thing ever, and it wasn't that boring either. After all, I was doing this to help the club. After some more time pass, I hear Natsuki's... dang it, I would be a terrible boyfriend. After some time passed, I hear Monika's voice in the distance. Okay, everyone, it's time to read poems. We'll be starting by having our literature club members read their wonderful selections first. If you wouldn't mind starting us off, Sayori? Right, I'll try my best. she's looking more chipper now. Well, Sayori looks nervous going up to the podium, but once she actually begins reading, it's clear that she becomes more and more comfortable as the poem goes on. Once she's finished with her poem, we all clap as Monika starts speaking again. Thank you for that great poem, Sayori. Next up is... Before Monika can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem, and looking nervous. Yeah, Yuri, take it away. Yuri starts reading her poem. There's soon an air of confidence in her voice, showing that she had definitely prepared for this. With Yuri's poem finished, everyone claps again as Monika is ready for the next person to read their poem. Next up will be myself. Ahem. Monika takes out her poem and begins reading. Everyone who came to check out the festival were blown away by her poem. I don't know if that's a grammar error, it just sounds weird. What am I talking about? Or maybe it was just her they loved. I mean, if she is the class star or whatever you called her. Nonetheless, it was clear Monika was an expert at this. Well, I hope you enjoyed my poem. Next, we'll be having Daniel read his poem. Oh boy. Right. I was hoping I'd be able to go last, but it's now or never. Hey everyone. Hi, how's it going? I cough and have a glance over at my poem a few times to make sure I'm ready. Luckily, the awkward silence doesn't last long as I begin reciting. My performance somehow ends up being worse than when I practiced. Most people clap out of pity, but I see Natsuki clapping just a bit harder. To be fair, that was also probably out of pity, but I appreciate the gesture. I step down from the podium and walk over to Natsuki. Why are you so sad? You could have done much worse. I'm almost surprised you didn't, actually. Yeah, that's true. Wait. You don't have that little faith in me, do you? I'm just saying that you did better than anyone outside this club could have done. Was Natsuki giving me a genuine compliment? Granted, that's not saying a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. There you go. Oh. I turn towards Monika as she speaks up again. Last but not least, Natsuki will be reading her poem. Natsuki gets onto the podium and prepares her poem. Of course I'm not least. I'll even prove it, not that I need to. Natsuki reads her poem, this time being noticeably more enthusiastic than when practicing with the club members. Her writing style shines through as usual, making for an entertaining experience. Once she's done, we all clap, although I drew a bit of attention by clapping a little longer after everyone else stopped. Standing ovation. Natsuki gets down from the podium and walks over to me. That was incredible. What did you expect? I'm a pro. I thought it would be that obvious. But there's no harm in accepting your compliments anyway, so thanks, I guess. Now that the literature club members are done, would anyone else like to... Monika starts, but looks around to see that most people were already leaving. Well, party's over. I mean, we kept their attention longer than I thought we would. Yeah, and we had fun, didn't we? I suppose that went well enough. Hey, there's one person that's still here. To take the last cupcake, but yeah. Oh, well. There's another hour before the festival ends, though. now what? We all brainstormed for a few moments. We could try drawing in more people. But then what would we do? Why not? We don't have to give up. It's not like we have any more cupcakes, though. I'm sure we can think of some reason for people to visit. Seriously, Monica, would you like to share your ideas? I'd like to hear it. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think it's worth it to keep dragging this out. Don't be so pessimistic, Natsuki. There's always a chance to bring what we're doing in here back to life. Okay, Yuri, would you share your ideas as well? I think maybe we could just hang out for a bit. If more people want to come, then they'll come. But it would be a shame to not look at the rest of the festival. That's true. We should try to have some fun while we're here. Well, if everyone else agrees. If you guys want to do that, then I don't think I should be the one to stop you. I'll stay here in case anyone does come. Monica comes up to me and whispers in my ear. Go with Natsuki. Okay, no. Go with Natsuki. I'll help with Sayori like I said, don't worry. Because obviously you're not going to keep the promise you made to her. Monica winks and walks away. Wait, is it that obvious? Yeah, pretty much. Seeing as there's no reason not to take her advice, I go up to Natsuki. Natsuki, want to check out the rest of the festival with me? Natsuki glances around and sees everyone else looking at us. Okay, way to make it seem more awkward than it is. Well, sure, but only because I have nothing better to do. Natsuki struggles to hide a smile on her face. Yeah, the tsundere thing is kind of breaking. Sure thing, Natsuki. We walk outside the classroom and try getting through the hallway, which is filled with groups of students. The chaos makes it difficult to tell where we're going, but it doesn't take too long for us to get a grip on things. Yeah, my tongue isn't working right now. Oh, what do you know? A new backdrop. Eventually, we managed to make it outside the school. There's a lot of stands, most of them carnival games. Anything look interesting to you, Natsuki? I guess I could try one of those games they have at some of those stands. To our left, we see a stand with a game where you have to throw a ball to knock over milk bottles. Hey, I've seen those. Just make sure the bottles aren't like glued together or nailed into the ground. Or the... whatever it is. We walk over to see what I assume is a first year as she places some balls on the counter. You have 3 shots to knock over all these bottles. Want to give it a try? I turn to Natsuki. Who should go first? Ladies first? You'll probably miss, so I don't mind giving you the chance to have some fun at least trying. Okay, well, if you put it that way. That's very nice of her, I think. I pick up a ball and get ready to throw. I take a deep breath and lob the ball at the bottles. 3 out of 9 bottles. Not bad. Natsuki picks up a ball as well. A stern look of concentration envelops her face as she looks for the best angle to throw from. However, 10 seconds pass and she still hasn't thrown. What, is there a limit? A time limit? Natsuki? Everything alright? Shh! I'm concentrating. Natsuki stares at the bottles for a few more moments and finally throws. It was a straight hard throw, which would be more impressive if she didn't not only miss the bottles, but threw the ball so hard that it bounced off the back of the stand and nearly hit one of us. Whoa, be careful. You could kill someone like that. Fine, you can have the last shot. I pick up the last ball and throw, only knocking off one bottle this time. Oh, that's a shame. Thanks for playing, though. Well, there goes that. Okay, fine. I failed to impress the girl I want to impress. So sue me. Okay, Natsuki and I walk away, only to be approached by a third year, who looks like he could pass for a door-to-door salesman. I'm going door-to-door to sell you this incredible offer. How would you like to have your compatibility with each other measured? Excuse me? No thank you. I try saying no, only for him to drag both of us and Natsuki to a small table. Another third year sits at the end opposite of us as the other third year walks away. You're not even going to reap what you sow? Please, have a seat. Natsuki and I sit down only to bump into each other, realizing a small problem. There's really only one chair for your love measure thing. You two had to be close together for this to work after all. What is this? I motion with my hands for Natsuki to take the seat. Now each of you need to hand me your palm. I'd rather leave, thanks. Before Natsuki could try getting up, the third year grabs her palm anyway. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, but as long as we're stuck doing this, I put my palm out as well. Might as well go with the flow, I guess. Yes. Wait a moment. If you're already a couple, how am I supposed to measure your compatibility? What? No, it's not like that. We're not You have nothing to be ashamed of. But please, do not waste my time. Hey, it was your salesman friend who brought us here. Get mad at him. Frustrated, Natsuki gets up and walks away, grabbing my arm and dragging me along in the process. Well, that was awkward. Jeez, the nerve of her. To be fair, I could see why she'd make that mistake. Yeah, but people shouldn't jump to conclusions like that. Even if it's true that... Natsuki stops mid-sentence, realizing something. Natsuki? Whatever. Let's just get some food, okay? I haven't eaten all day. We head over to a stand that appears to be serving hamburgers. 2 hamburgers, please. I hand over some money to the person serving. Unfortunately, we're out of buns for regular hamburgers. We do have some delicious ramen burgers, however. I wonder how that works. I'm not so sure about that. Would you be fine with it, Natsuki? As I turn back to look at the server again, I see our money's already gone. I'm also pretty sure that's not allowed, but it isn't particularly expensive in the first place, so I let it slide. Highway robbery! Quick, somebody, he stole my money. We head over to a nearby table and sit down. The luxury of sitting down for once feels nice, I have to admit. As hectic as these past few days have been, I have to admit they were kind of fun. You're not a terrible baker, so I can give you credit for that. Come on, there's no way they would have turned out as well as they did without you. Yeah, but besides that... I meant what I said yesterday about us hanging out more often, by the way. If you ever want to meet up, just send me a text. I sent you 50 messages earlier, and you didn't respond, but I'll keep that in mind. But I got here in the end, didn't I? Yeah, but you got here later. Well, you're not wrong. I was just scared. Natsuki quickly changed his expressions. Don't oversleep next time, okay? Could Natsuki have really been worried about me when she didn't see me responding to any of her messages? Well, maybe. I mean, in a sense, if she was worried more about cupcakes over a person than, you know, sending 50 messages for that. I thought she would have guessed I overslept, but maybe she thinks differently than I'd expect. I'll try. Sorry again for being late. The server comes over to our table and gives us each a burger that has ramen as the buns instead of traditional bread. I really want to see how that looks. I'm curious now. It actually tastes okay, so I guess I'm at least getting my money's worth. Okay, fine, you can keep my money. I mean, I'm not going to go and claim this festival as professional in the slightest, but it is a school festival, so I can't complain too much. After talking a bit more, we finish eating and get up again. I'm exhausted. You? Yeah, I'm a little tired too. Guess we should head home, huh? I think I'd be fine with leaving the festival now. I'm glad I got to spend it with you. I had an okay time too. Better than if I didn't go with you, probably. Somehow we find ourselves staring into each other's eyes. Isn't this romantic? Only for a brief moment, but it happened. Oh, it definitely happened. Hercules, Hercules. Okay, no. Yeah. Well, see you tomorrow. See you in chemistry. You too. There, I did it. I went to the festival, recited my poem, and got to spend time with Natsuki. I'd say today was a success. I hope things can continue to go as well as they did. It's probably more likely to happen if I actually set my alarm clock correctly this time, though. Oh, what's this?